Jeff, oh God, getting this lighting is really hard. You can see the light's trying to hit me here, and I'm trying to get out of the window here, so I don't do this. I kind of stuck here. I have to wait until the sun gets the bright down here in the thing here. Just trying to get here. I don't want to blind you by putting myself here, and you can say, "Oh, I can't see Jeff." So these are this. We'll wait until the sun gets down here a little bit, but so I'll do it this way. Okay, Jeff, the white nose Taylor player. Here we go. Um, the the other guitar that I tested yesterday, well, the series I played for the first time, like the first V class guitars I played, right? Um, the next guitar after the 614 CE V class, I played the Grand Pacific 317, the first three class, right? Okay, the first three V class guitar. Those came out off the top of my head, January 2018. Okay, off the top of my head, it might have been 2019, but I'm pretty sure it's 2018. Um, for a couple of reasons. It was either January 2018, January 2019. Okay, when they came out with the V class, they came out with three of them. They came out 317, a 517, and a 717. Right. So I haven't played any of those. Right. That's how long I haven't played guitars. Right. In a shop. So, so I know what the V class is about. I knew all that kind of stuff. I know all those things and all that. But here was the first time to actually test it. Um, and the 17 models I have the 17 models I haven't played them also on the sorry I can't hit the lighting, but I don't want to like get you blind here. The So the thing too was, I get this lighting here. It's maybe better here, not bother things. Yeah, it's really hard to get this thing. Jeez, I get the lighting. It's really tough here. Um, um, the So there was a 517 there, but I did you taste it because the guy didn't let me test longer, and I'll get into that in another video about why I couldn't do that. And I'll go back another day of the week, so I'll deal with that another day. Because I do want to test the 517 because Gabe O'Brien, your Desert Island guitar is a 517, right? That's what you say. Whereas we all know that you can't really have one single guitar. That's what you say. You know, and I know that your 514 is your favorite one, really, because it's your first guitar, right? So your first Taylor. But we all know that, you know, if you got to get down to what a guitar would I take? If the only guitar that had a fire in the house would I take with me, you know, or if it's a desert island guitar, what do you do, right? I would not say it's my Taylor. If I had a fire in the house, I take the first guitar I had. I played 5,000 hours on. I don't care how expensive a guitar is. It's the guitar I played the most with. Okay, right? So, it's my Takamine F375, three rosewood, you know, Indian rose or the Brazilian rosewood, you know, Jaconda stuff. So, but you know that's because the longest guitar I played on the longest with. I learned everything on that guitar for 30 years, right? The first guitar. But the 317, so I didn't get the 517. I'll do another video in the 517 when I get to test that one out. And I'll test the 317 against the 517. I was not testing electronics. I don't care about the electronics for what I'm doing right now. I will, but it doesn't matter because the difference between the ES 2.1 and the ES 2.2, it doesn't really matter right now for what I'm going to be doing. Because I'm playing open mic and a small little thing anyway, so it's no big deal. And I'm actually playing acoustically. I'm not even running the system through the PA. Okay, so it's no big deal for what I'm doing right here. Okay. I'm just talking pure acoustics. The 317, which replaces the dreadnought size of the standard, the 0 size guitars of the Taylor series. That is the 10s and the 20s, right? All the, you know, the pretty much. Well, except for all the solid body ones, it gets kind of because they get the 210 and the 110, and 110 still exists, right? So it kind of replaces all the solid wood 10s and 20s, right? Let's kind of you got to kind of know all these exceptions, right? But maybe they dropped off some of the 10s too. I know what they do, but it didn't replace the actual. They don't do a 117, right? So because they made the other series for that, and I'm going to get into that one in a different thing called the testing of the AD10, right? so here we go. So the 317, the V class, it's Okay, so I there was a GS Mini there. There's a Grand Theater there, and there was the GP, right? The Grand Pacific. So I actually put them side by side, and I've got a bunch of dreadnoughts, at home, so I know how big these things are. They're like huge, right? And it replaces the dreadnought, right? So so the GS Mini, the GT is just, and we're getting to the GT in another one. The GT is just a little, this much longer than the GS Mini. It's just slightly bit longer. Then the GP is another just little bit a little bit longer than the actual GT, right? But it's the new body size of the full size guitars, right? But what's cool about it? Okay, and it's got what it got 24. It's got a 24-inch neck, right? 24 and a half inch neck, right? So, length. The 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 body size is just like so comfortable. And I don't care if it's got the beveled edges. The 317 I don't have the beveled edges. The 517 does, right? 517, 717. So it didn't have the beveled edges because it wasn't the 317 is the builder's edition, right? Um, but the 370, it didn't matter if it's got beveled edges. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm saying it doesn't matter. Why? Because the guitar's smaller. It's just smaller. So the size is just not huge. It's not the body depth of the dread. It's not the size of the dread. It's really comfortable to play. You just kind of play it. And I was sitting there playing a bunch of different things. Like I was saying, you know, La Bamba, Africa, Hold the Line, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, La Bamba, um, uh, all of us, John Legend, Annie's song, John Denver. I was playing all kinds of stuff, right? Um, and it was the whole question is, does it replace the dreadnought? That's what everybody wants to know, right? And and my impression was, yeah, it kind of did. Now, of course, this is the Sapele. I got to think here. Is this the Urban Ash or the Sapele? I got to think here because it's darn, I can't remember the wood it was. It was probably Sapele wood. Okay. Um, I wasn't trying to memorize all the wood thing here because I didn't even take pictures of the things. I was just kind of playing with them because I want to play just the. But it was the Urban Ash was a GT, so it wasn't the Urban Ash. Um, but it could do Sweet Home Alabama. Dun, dun 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 dun. Okay, um, and La Bamba dun 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 bum 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 bum, and then you do all the high stuff afterwards. And it really, yeah, it could do it. It could do it. It could hold on. It could do hold on really well. It sounded really good. It sounded really good. I'm not saying it because I like Taylor's. Okay, I'm not saying it because hey, I gotta this. I'm not trying to say it because I'm not because I'm not. I only do Taylor's. Not true. I got Martins. Um, it's not the Martin sound. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a Martin sound. I'm just looking for something that I would like to be able to play those songs with and not say, gee, that doesn't sound close enough, right? So, um, um, it it was but it played really nice. It just played like a Taylor. Okay, it just was really smooth. Didn't hurt my fingers. It just felt really good. Okay. And again, like I haven't been playing for 2 years, so my fingers are kind of like I don't want to. It's hard to play again, right? Um, so I'm kind of sensitive to that. It's starting to like a beginner again, right? Except the beginner, that's all the I got all the I can play and start playing again really quickly. Wow, got to pick it up fast. But all the stuff I know to play, it's just can't remember. Oh, I haven't played that. I've kind of lost some of those automatic kind of playing things. That's fine. But it was really yeah, it was pretty cool. It was now the intonation. I think I tested that other song I said I was doing. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of the song, but I tested the intonation coming down and it had the stuff I was looking for. But I don't do a whole lot of playing up the high of the neck. But I do sometimes, like Annie's song and John Denver. You kind of play at the top and they come down and do things. There are a couple other songs I play too, um, but I was just pretty much looking for the five first frets, maybe six, 7 frets, right? So that's pretty much because most of the stuff I'm playing is going to be in those first 7, right? Um, or 7 to 9. Maybe if I'm going to keep with it, if I'm going to be barring at the 5th fret, maybe the 7th fret. So yeah, under the 9 frets. I'm not going to be playing way up in the range of the 12th, right? So not for what I do because I'm a singer. So it was really really good for that. And I really liked it. And it just yeah, I get it. I get a guitar. Now the question is how much you want to put into guitar, right? Um, And where does that compare with other guitars? Um, so uh, I- I'm not even looking at the Martins are, right now they're offering. Is it, if I would I buy this? Would I basically buy this instead of like a D16? Right. That's pretty much what comes into it. It's kind of competing with that D16 range, right? Maybe D16 up to D18, but it's not the same wood, right? So it's really is a D16 range. And yeah, it's right there in the range. Smaller, hey, it's just smaller guitar. Way easier to carry around your back. Hey, it's got the curves and stuff. It's just not going to be so big. Um, so so yeah, I found the GP to be kind of. I actually didn't look at the cases. Gee, I didn't even look what cases came in. Oh, doesn't this one come with the alligator, black alligator, or is that only the 517? The other ones with the builder's edition. I think it comes with this special case, right? So the case has got the alligator casing on it, the alligator kind of skin casing, right? The alligator skin on the case. The special black one. I'd have to look at that again. Gee, I'm trying to go from memory of all the things I know about this guitar that I actually didn't see the case. The capo worked really well on it. Okay, the capo just. I played Africa on it, and just the capo worked really nice. But I played Shub capo, Shub C1 capo. Okay, so really good. I saw the Taylor capo afterwards, or there was a different shop, so I didn't get to test the Taylor capo, but I'll test that in my Taylor's at home, right? So, um, so there's that kind of stuff to know what to know what to do on the playing on these songs. That's what it was. Now, would it be the only guitar I get, or if I want to take this guitar and kind of be a replacement for a Dreadnought doing concerts? Yeah, because smaller. It's smaller. It gets the same kind of sound pretty much. Um, and then add the Taylor expression system into it. The expression system's like easy to use, um, pretty acoustic. It's got I can handle the expression system. I don't have problems with the expression system at all. The new ES2, 2.1, 2.2, or whatever it is, where you're 2.3, it doesn't really matter because they're all kind of doing the same thing with the sensor, right? Afterwards, just do some of the post-processing on the signal, and you're okay, and you kind of play with it and dig around and make sure you get the right cables and that kind of stuff to play it. But other than that, I can deal with that. I can deal with that pretty much. I think that's all I can think about with this guitar. I was trying to test some other guitars too, so I'll talk about them more. But the guitar's still standard size, kind of neck. So there's nothing really to say about that experience, because it's not smaller, right? It's the kind of the beginning of the smaller size neck. Now I did not get to play it against a 12 size. I really wanted to. I need to go back and test against a 12 size because I had a 12. They had a 12 fretter there. Okay, and I really wanted to test I should test the GP again against the 12 fret just to kind of see the difference. But of course, there's different guitars, different sizes, different body sizes. But again, that's what it's about, the search for perfect tone, right? So, but that's kind of overview of what I saw on that guitar, the GP, the Grand Pacific 317. That was the electronics. They had another electronics on the other side of the wall, but yeah, that's that brand. That's that model right there.